What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Kenwan here, and today is kind of a crazy story. I just can't believe that. I mean, honestly, I can't believe stuff like this happens. I mean, I'm sure it happens all the time, but anyway, I'm sure a lot of people have heard of Dr. Fossey, or however you say it. Anyway, he has been a very respected doctor. He's been, in charge of most of what happens with COVID the last couple of years. He's the person who many people go to, if they have any questions about anything with science and medicine or anything. He's been the go-to guy. Well, the other day, came out with pictures and different reports from different people about them doing some very horrific acts against beagle dogs. So what they were doing apparently is they actually have pictures online, but I don't even want to look at them because they're pretty disgusting. But anyway, what they pretty much did was they injected these puppies with this type of fluid that would attract sandflies. And then they would put them in a cage, and for 9 days they had the sandflies eat the beagle puppies. And to make matters even worse, before this even happened, they tore out the vocal cords of all the dogs to stop them from screaming. So this has just come out, and people are obviously very, very upset about them spending all this money and them approving this in the first place. Many people are upset that how would they even approve something like this, and they said that it was in the name of science, but I really cannot see any part of science involving feeding puppies fluid that makes sandflies attract to them and then them getting eaten alive. I mean, could you imagine that is about the cruelest thing you could do to another living thing. I mean, I really don't understand what science experiment that they were testing. I can't see anything that would be in the name of science for something like that. That is just, I just really can't see that. It said that they spent $1.68 million funds to poison and debark 44 beagle puppies, force feeding them an experimental drug, cutting their vocal cords, and then killing them. And then afterwards, to make it even worse, they dissected them. It's crazy because Dr. Fossey has been in charge of the National Health Association since 1984. Do you realize how long that is to be in charge of something, to have, that much of power in an organization? Nobody should be in power that long. 1984. That is over 40 years. It is just crazy. It's just crazy to see something like this happen. How you can be in power for so long, for one, and then something crazy like this happens. And he's also been accused of other things before. This isn't the first time that something like this has come out, but this is the first time it has come out with evidence, solid evidence, with pictures and everything. Like I said, it's all on the table. Everything is coming out about this right now. And like I said, he's under a lot of controversy right now, you could say, and a lot of people are wanting him to be charged, which I honestly agree, because unless they can come out with some insane explanation on why killing beagle puppies in the most inhumane way possible is for science, then I don't see why he shouldn't get punished by the law, because it's just crazy. People that have money and power, sometimes they can do whatever they want. They can just do whatever they want without getting any consequences. And you look at something like this, and nobody sees any reason why you should be doing this in the name of science, in the name of anything. It's very cruel and inhumane. And like I said, they haven't come out with a reason yet. I don't know what they are going to do. If I were him, I would try to lay low and at least come up with something, because like I said, many people are fighting about this right now, and as you can tell, many people are not too happy about it. They killed 46 dogs between 6 and 8 months old. Puppies, just newborn puppies, experimenting on this experimental drug that was supposed to help in some way. But it's like, you know, there's so many experiments that go on that nobody knows about, nobody will ever find out about, which is sad because I'm sure there's been even worse things like this that have happened. But it's just, it's a crazy situation. Somebody who's been looked up to as, you know, the top doctor, they go to him with anything about the COVID pandemic or anything like that. They go to him, and then just to find out that he was the one who signed off on this awful experiment.
We're switching
I think
now.
it's going to change how people
perceive
him. You know, now
damn, my guy knew what he was doing. He straight to the corner.
This is just insane. It
fucking
really
edge.
is just insane. And like I said, being
I'm
the
a
head of
this.
anything with power for that many years since
Here, come get it, Jax. This
1984,
is definitely a lot. Oh,
this is
shit.
just
knockdown.
absurd. Nobody.
Damn,
I agree
like
with
that,
this
though?
politics and everything. You know, the politics now, all the Democrats and Republicans, they're all 60, 70, 80. We need a new generation of people to come out here. I'm tired of, you know, like Joe Biden.
I was setting the pass
He's been in offices for how many years? 30, 40 years? He's been in politics, and now he's become president. Like, it's time for these 80, 90-year-olds to move on. We need a new generation of people to lead us, people that understand how life is now. All these, you know, all these boomers. Like, I'm sure everyone saw the one clip about that one senator asking Facebook, or it was Instagram, my bad. They were asking Instagram if they're going to Insta accounts, and they tried to explain to them how that's not even possible, and he just didn't understand. It's just like, we need to stop having these 80, 90-year-olds in office and in power like this. They just, I mean, eventually the time's got to be up, right? Like, you can't be doing the same thing for 100 years and do it to perfection. Like, that's just, that's not how it works. But I am actually eager to see. I might do a follow-up video on this. I am very eager to see what's going to happen. What I think is going to happen is nothing, because, like I said, when you have money and power, a lot of things just don't happen to you that would happen to a regular person who would do it.
Alright, I switched there.
But I'm really hoping something comes out of this, because it's just like,
there you go.
We need to regulate, I guess, our experiments a little bit more, because like I said,
if you do jump, I'm gonna pick up him
go on
and
like this
because
that
he's
are
gonna
just
just run out.
very cruel and inhumane that nobody ever finds out about. Plenty. They just need to I mean, but at the end of the day, it is the government of the United States. They've always been shady. Every government is very shady about everything they do. They try to, you know, cover up a lot of their mistakes or whatever, you know, they're doing. So, like I said, I really don't expect anything to come out of this. It's just a sad situation. But anyway, you guys